Hey, mama. I am extremely excited that you are here on the blog with me today, and I cannot wait to take you through a little exercise. Grab yourself something to write with. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be a napkin, a sticky note, or your favorite journal. Just grab something. And that was something to write on. And grab yourself something to write with. Here's how this exercise is going to work. I am going to read you a few statements, and you are going to write down which feeling and thoughts you find yourself thinking when I say these statements. Example, I was having a conversation with my coach last week. Oh, we got a notification. I think we're still rolling. Okay, good. I was having a conversation with my coach a couple weeks ago or so, and she said this phrase. She was telling a story about how she was a little behind on a deadline, and she said, okay. So I have a choice to make. I know that creating money is easy. So how am I going to do that? And she wrote down a couple of things that she was going to do. She did them, and in return, she created enough of the money that she needed for that deadline that she had. And of course, we know that anytime there is an exchange of money, it is actually an exchange of value, and that in that exchange, there are women who are being touched through her work now because of their exchange value with her. But here's why I'm giving you this example, because when she said, okay, I know that it's easy to create money, so what am I going to do? And here's my story, and I did it. And I said, that's so exciting. I didn't say this out loud. This is what I felt and what I thought, okay? It happened like that in a split second. That's so exciting. I'm so happy for you, man, but it doesn't work like that for me. And that because I was aware that I felt that excitement and that thought of being so happy for her, but that doesn't work for me, and feeling that lack for myself, I was able to be aware of that and then to journey through that and discover what was actually going on in my mind. All right. We are talking about how you can get the time for yourself. How you can get the time for yourself to actually get to invest in yourself a little bit of something every single day. And I want you to take a moment, take a big deep breath, fill up that bottom part of your lungs. Did you feel that? Do it again. Take a big deep breath, fill that up and let that out. And get ready to focus on what emotions rise and what thoughts come out. All right, here we go. I set solid boundaries for myself, and my children know not to interrupt me during this time. I set solid boundaries. My children know not to interrupt me during this time. I set solid boundaries. My children know not to interrupt me during this time. Write it down. What emotion comes up? What thought comes up? I invest an hour into myself every single day. I invest an hour into myself every single day. I invest an hour into myself every single day. Statement number 3. I treat myself to something I want once a month. I treat myself to something that I want once a month. I treat myself to something that I want once a month. Statement number 4. Here's the last one. I am learning to love myself deeper and deeper each day. I am learning to love myself deeper and deeper each day. I am learning to love myself deeper and deeper each day. Did you write down your statements or your thoughts, your feelings, those responses that came up? Here's what you get to do now. Now you get this amazing opportunity to journey through an experience so that you can better understand and better know what it is that's actually holding you back, that's causing self-sabotage and guilt to rise up inside of you and keep you from experiencing the reality that you really want to live. So, here's what you do. You take those feelings and those thoughts that came up and don't overthink it. This is why writing things down is so powerful, because you don't have to overthink. You just start jotting it down as it comes up. And think of it as taking a step deeper each time. So go back through, you can replay those sentences. If there's one sentence that really stuck out to you, one statement that stuck out to you, write that statement down. And as you write that down, then write out next to it. And I don't know if you guys have ever mind mapped before, but I can show you real quick what it can look like. So you can write the statement down, and there's a couple ways that you can do it. I'm going to show you both. In the middle of a paper, and then you can write down like a spider web type of thing. Like, what is this thought off of this statement that came? What feeling does that thought cause? What is my action that I do when I feel that way? This action, what is this result or this reality that I end up living in because of this action? So maybe when I say that I invest an hour into myself every single day, that thought is, I don't have time for that. My kids won't leave me alone for that long. And I feel needed, I feel overwhelmed, I feel drained. Well, my actions off of that feelings of being drained and depleted and empty and constantly needed and never given back into, and is that I'm fussy with my family more than I want to be, that I snap at my kids more than I want. And then through that action, the result is this discontent and this chaos that is the opposite of the harmony and the love and the joy that I really want to experience inside of my home. Right? So do you see how that kind of all worked together? And that is one of the ways where it kind of spider webs off, and you can go and there will be thought, there'll be another thought, right? So there'll be more than one thought. Another way, I'll show you down here, is where you can take the statement, and this one's more of a linear, and then you can write down the thoughts that come off of that, and the feelings that are felt, the actions, and the reality or the results that you end up living with. So you write the statement down, and then you can just write down, and you can write down however many thoughts you find yourself thinking off of this, and then write down again the feelings that those thoughts provoke, the actions that are taken because of the feelings that you feel, and the reality that you end up living with because of the actions that you are making. All right. And so when you get to that point and you realize, well, these thoughts. So I want you to be able to see this flow of experiences that are happening based off of this thought. And now I want you to go back to that thought, go back to those feelings, and get in that place of feeling, of really feeling that thing, right? Really feeling that emotion that you're feeling, really feeling that experience. And then go back to that thought. Well, I'm feeling this because I'm thinking this. And then go back through those thoughts. What is the one thing that is driving those thoughts? What is the one thing that's driving the thoughts? Keep reading the blog, because I have a feeling that the one thing is pretty similar for most of us. And I can't wait to have a conversation with you a little more in the blog, in the comments, and also in Empowered Motherhood's Facebook group as we discuss this some more.